I will start off by saying thank you for being here. I know it's a crazy, insane time of the year, but the fact that you're here, or you're watching this as a replay, you just signed up to get the replay link so you wouldn't miss it. I'm grateful for that, and it tells me that you're committed to your business. It tells me that you're committed to groups. I know I have some boot campers on right now. Welcome. I'm very, very glad you're here, and I have a lot of brand new folks who may never don't even know who I am. I don't know, but I'm not going to give you a lot. Hey, Robin's here. All right, Robin, I'm glad. No problem, Lucille. We haven't started yet. We're starting now. My mission is to do this, friends. My guess is you've been around the block. Whether you've been in the business a year or been in the travel business for 20 years. All right. You know what I like to do is I like to give you fresh perspectives, especially when it comes to groups. What I have found over the many years I've been in the industry, almost 30 years on the corporate side and now close to 9 on my own, is that there are better ways. There's better methods. There's newer strategies, especially when it comes to groups. We've been doing the same old strategies for a million years. The suppliers, I love them. They give us great products, but man, they keep teaching the same old stuff, and the same old stuff, the old school methods just don't work anymore. So I'm going to try to pique your interest, intrigue you with some new methods that I think are going to get better results. You know what they say, that when we do the same old thing over and over, expecting different results, that's insanity. We get the same old results. So I'm hoping that number one, I sort of validate stuff you're already doing. Number two, I remind you of stuff you may have forgotten. And number three, I sure hope I give you a lot of brand new ideas that you can take back and do it. And of course, you know, I do these webinars free all the time for you guys. And if you're not already a member of my group boot camp, I hope you will decide to become a member, because I don't know when, but probably after the first quarter, the price is going up, because I'm adding even more materials to it, and I will give you a promotional, a Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever promotional offer, whatever you want to call it, at the very end. I hope you'll want to take advantage of it. If not, that's okay. I love you. We're still friends, but man, I'd love you to join boot camp. That's me. If you can think big, I will help you do big. I not only work with travel professionals and suppliers and brands, but I work outside of our great industry also, helping all kinds of businesses in the areas of sales, marketing, leadership, branding, all that kind of fun stuff. That's my website. That's my email address. Connect with me. Let's hook up. Here we go, digging in. To jumpstart your group business for 2017, my friends, either get in or get out. I'm going to say it again. I know you can read it, but get in or get out. I find that most travel professionals in our great industry, they dabble. They say they want groups. They say they love groups. But they don't really champion it. It's just another thing on the list that they offer, kind of like a grocery store stuff, and therefore they never end up mastering it. And when you don't choose to master it, and we don't choose to totally focus on groups, then you're still going to get a dabble. You're going to get a smattering, and you don't have a chance to really shore up your systems. And the consumer will know it. When the consumer comes to see you, visit you, touch you, they'll know you're not a group expert, but okay, you do groups too. Not a big deal. It's unremarkable. So if you're on right now, and if you're not committed, commit. Because I believe groups is the way to go. It'll help keep you what I call obsolete proof. Suppliers, the brands, direct, they do a lousy job. It's one-dimensional, friends. But consumers are still going there because there's not enough travel professionals who do a great job at groups. And number two, the online travel agents, they do a lousy job too. And please, I don't want to talk bad about them, because there's enough business for everybody out there. But the problem is that they will sell the stripped down, bare bone, off the shelf package. And the customer comes back unhappy, disappointed, and saying, I'm never doing a group again, because it wasn't great. Only you can do it better. Only you can do it great. And it will help keep you obsolete proof, because, again, only you can master the group business. So please, get in or get out. Make the decision. Finally make the commitment, because it will pay off, I promise. Number 2, resharpen your niche. Again, if you've made the commitment, then make an even narrower commitment to know exactly what kind of group business you want to do. Maybe you want to do corporate meetings and incentives. Now, I'm not talking about on this show. We do in boot camp a bit, and that's part of the brand new content I'm adding in 17. But when I say niche, you probably heard this ad nauseum, which is niche. Follow your passion. Let me make it simple, friends. What's inside your love circle? Don't do the kind of groups that are inside my love circle. Do what's in your love circle. Just because you hear everybody else doing, wine tasting stuff, and if wine isn't your thing, don't do it. What do you love? Do you love photography? Do you love reading? Do you love cycling? Do you love yoga? Do you love cooking? I don't know. Do you love history? Is there a particular lifestyle that you're passionate about that you want to share with others? Do it. Nail it. This is the year to be a specialist, to be a specialty in a particular area so you get known for it rather than being a generalist. And there's a picture of a fishing hook there, because when you go to market, friends, that narrower net that you cast, the better fish you're going to catch. If you catch a wide net, it's got big holes, all the business is going to slip right through, and you're going to be just like everybody else. So make that commitment to pursue your passion when it comes to groups. You will see how much more enjoyable it is for you personally and how much profitable it is for you professionally to pursue what's in your passion, what's in your love circle. It'll be so much easier. Trust me. Next, there's a lot of things we need to rebuild. So before we start talking about the marketing, what you need to do outside of your business, let's now talk about your infrastructure, really your toolbox. Now, there's a lot of important things you need. So before you start going out there and telling the world you do groups, you got to get your back of house set. You see what I'm saying? Get your back of house set. You want to make sure you got software. And do you have software or do you not? Tell me. Anything you type in, I promise I'm going to go back and read, but tell me what you're using. I think there's only a couple of programs out there. It could be client-based, client-Ds. I actually have a promotion going with client-Ds right now, because if you really want to master this business, you need the tools, the software, the management system, but so many agencies are afraid to spend the money on it, and it's not a lot of money. So many agencies are afraid, oh my gosh, what do I have to upload, download, I have to learn something new. But these programs, especially the newer ones, are intuitive. Yeah, you got to get over that bridge to implement it. But and I know my friends who use software, whether it's client use or something else, they like, oh my gosh, it was the best day of their lives when they finally implemented it. Because you can manage the people, manage the bookings, you can do the invoicing, you can do blast emails. It makes life so much simpler. Friends, doing groups doesn't mean you have to pull your hair out of your head. That the stress should, listen to me, the stress should not grow exponentially, only your business. Because you're going to operate more efficiently with a good software system, and it's usually web-based. So you can never lose data because it's web-based and you can access it from anywhere. Things like a group lead worksheet. Do you have a group lead worksheet? I have this in boot camp, and you know what? I'm all about giving out free stuff, man. I hope I'm not going to overcommit with free stuff, and my boot campers know it's in boot camp, but if you want a copy of the group lead worksheet, just send me an email. I'll send it to you. Ask for it. So group lead worksheet, so that when that call comes in, when that opportunity appears, you know what information to get, because you have to play detective. You have to play detective. And it's very different qualifying a group than it is for an individual guest. It's different. Have a spreadsheet done. Friends, you never, ever, ever want to do another group without a P&L, without a little pro forma, so you know if you're going to make money or not. You know how to mark down, net it down, then mark it up. I want you to earn much more than commissions doing group. It's jump starting your profits too. So you need that spreadsheet, whether you use Excel or something else, or your accountant can create it for you, or if it's in boot camp if you want it. When you join, I'm not going to give you that free. But it's easy if you know how to use Excel. It's plus minus this, and you want to do variables to see if you made the price high, if you made the price lower, and if you do earn your TCs or not. You want to look at those variables. Know before you go. Get that spreadsheet done. Forms. Dawn and everybody else who's in bootcamp, you guys know this. You've got to use forms, man. It's about efficiency. And there's so many forms out there, whether it's SurveyMonkey or JotForm. I use JotForm. I think MailChimp has forms too. You want to capture information, being smart, being efficient, so you're not writing, you're not asking people to fill out, and send in faxes and you crazy stuff, man. Use forms. That's how you jumpstart your groups. Your stress level does not have to grow exponentially. Do you have a commitment letter? So when you have conversations, you don't want to end up just going and presenting and realize, oh man, wait a minute, you got 42 different agencies in here, you got 62 price quotes. Get a commitment letter. And that you can use, you just have a boilerplate. It's just like a group agreement letter. This is the most important thing of all. So many agencies go in with it, and they make a deal. They feel great about the deal they've made with a business owner or a chef or a group leader, and there's no agreement. Everyone's afraid. I think only 20% of agents I surveyed always get a group agreement letter signed. It's critical. Have it ready to go. Like when I get hired to do a speaking gig, right? You guys know I'm a motivational speaker, professional speaker. I have a contract, an agreement letter. It's simple, 2 pages. And it's generic, so I customize it for every speaking gig I have. You need the same for groups. That's how you jumpstart groups. You protect yourself, because if they won't sign it, you're going to take a walk. It'll be a nightmare. And if they do sign it, that means you know what they're going to do. Listen to me, and they know what you're going to do. It's a beautiful two-way street, a group agreement letter. Next is the presentation template. Fine, if you don't know how to use PowerPoint, then find another system or do something pretty in Word, but you really need a nice so you're not scrambling every time a group opportunity, and then you're in a rush and you end up producing something that looks like schlock. What'd you think I was going to say? Schlock. Have a template ready, good to go, with pretty graphics, your logo, contact information everywhere, the copyright logo, the icon, right? How about suppliers and brands, especially that now you're going to focus on groups, friends, and now you have already you're going to redefine your niche. What are the suppliers you really want to work with that have great group programs, that want groups, love groups? The DSMs or BDMs are awesome people. They come, they talk to you, they sit, they plan, they get it, you love them, they have good commission. Who are the supply brands you're going to work with? And not only that, but your add-on suppliers. Now I'm going to mention this later, friends, but you already heard me say that you never, ever, ever want to be selling, if you want to jumpstart your groups, the off-the-shelf bare-bones stripped-down package, because you want to sell packages. Therefore, you need add-on or peripheral suppliers. You guys may or may not know this, but I invented a company. I created a company called resortforaday.com. And I created it so that you guys could sell to your guests a resort stay when they're on a cruise. It's perfect for groups. It's perfect for groups, stuff like that pay commissions or give you a net price that you can mark up so that you can build in, you can increase the value so you're offering a package, a high-value package. And now pay attention, friends. You want to, and welcome if you guys have just joined. We're going through stuff here. If you got any questions or comments, I promise at the end I'm going to address all that stuff. You can hang around and we can do Q&A. I'll hang around as long as you need me to. Revise the sales mindset. Quit thinking you're going to go out and sell groups. No. Here's what you're going to solve problems, right? My boot campers know this, because we do this on the Ask Stewart Hour. Every other week, I do what's called the Ask Stewart Hour, which is live business coaching. No slides, your agenda. You got an issue, you got a problem, you got a challenge, you got an opportunity. Let's talk about it, just like this. And my boot campers ask these questions. You guys know you don't sell a group You solve a problem. Whether it's a family reunion, whether it's a business, whether it's an organization, what's your problem, and can group travel be the solution? Can group travel be the solution? So that's how you jumpstart your groups for 2017. Quit selling. You'll be a problem solver. Next, don't sell on price. I've already mentioned this before, because if you're going to sell on price, you're going to lose. If you lose the business to direct or an online travel agent, which is, more than likely, then you're going to lose it on price. But if you do get the business, then you're going to lose money because you've marked it down, and you deserve to make money, friends. So don't sell on price. Remember, you're going to sell the package, which we're still going to talk about. And no more travel free. Because that's all you're going to get is the people who just want to travel free. That's all they're interested in. That's what you're going to attract. You're not going to find the right business, the right group leaders who their main priority is seeing a successful group versus just traveling free, because that's all they're going to care about. I'm serious. That's not how to go find groups in 2017. If when you do the group, they tell you, I need to travel free, it's part of the deal. Okay, then you build it into the package, and it all gets paid for in the package price, right? But you're not going to go out there dangling a free trip, because it's not really free. You're paying a fortune for it, and it's all they're going to care about. Rebrand, friends. Now we're beginning to transition. We're beginning to transition from your internal, your tools and your mindset to external, okay? To jumpstart your 2017 group. Rebrand 100% groups. So you attract the groups. You don't have to be the jack of all trades anymore. You don't have to be a generalist. You go tell your group story. And what you're going to do is on your website, even if you create a special separate one-page website, because you don't want your site, for instance, or your social media to be screaming deals, deals, deals. You're going to be telling group stories. You're going to show 1 million pictures of you with groups or of your groups and your business card. Man, if I could hold it up, I got so many business cards that are so cluttered, so teeny weensy, incy beensy email addresses, incy beensy weensy contact information, and the website is where you tell your story. The business card is just how to reach me. That's where you're going to simply put how to reach me. And if you want to put groups in huge letters, then you can do that, but simplify everything and focus everything on groups. Why? Because you want people to find you. You want to be found. Look, friends, I don't want you spending a penny on advertising or marketing. I'd like you to spend your money to be in boot camp, but I don't want you to spend any money on marketing advertising, because you need to be found. And if you truly brand 100% to groups, then people will find you and seek you out. And how do you do that? You be generous. Give away free stuff like I'm doing right now with you. Talk about what you love. Talk about your passion. And it doesn't have to be travel. Let's say it's photography. Well, do a little program on photography at the Panera Bread or on a webinar or a conference call. Or do a quick top 10 sheet, a top 3 sheet, and give them out, man. Give out free stuff like I do all the time. I don't spend money on marketing and advertising, and you don't need to either. You already have a tremendous amount of knowledge, friends, about this business, about this industry, and you can weave travel in, top things to pack for this kind of a trip, things to avoid, how to, what we recommend, the money exchanges, whatever it is. You guys know this stuff. The consumer doesn't, so be generous, give out stuff, and you'll be found, and be active. Get up, get out. How many of you are part of marketing organizations, networking groups? I don't know, whether it's Toastmasters or Chamber of Commerce or has nothing to do with travel, but you're part of that. I don't know why I keep saying photography. You know, whatever your passion is, join those groups, be active, and do little mini presentations. Meet the people, kiss the baby, shake the hands, get out there. Especially, my guess is, so many of you are home-based businesses, you need to get up and get out, or else you're not going to be found. Most important, search locally. Well, you know, why would you go, you know, what is that story about this guy who was, you know, decided that he wanted to become wealthy, and so he owned acres and acres and acres of land, and he decided to travel the world in search of riches. And after he sold his huge farm or whatever his estate, they found diamonds, right? It was his own. I think I really bastardized the story. You know what I mean? It's these people are right in your own backyard, my friends. Everybody's in your own backyard. All the business you need is in your own backyard. So search locally. And don't tell everybody that this is how you begin searching locally. You ask everybody. Don't tell. Because if you're just telling somebody, I do groups, I do groups, I do groups, you need to ask everybody. And here's what you're going to ask. Pay attention. Watch the screen. You're going to ask this question. What big celebrations are on your horizon? If you're going for leisure groups. What big celebrations are on your horizon? That's what you're going to ask. I guarantee you everybody's going to have a big celebration. And your mind could be clicking, right? Your mind could be clicking and saying, group travel is a great solution to that. Now, of course, if you're going to pursue fundraising, that's a different question. And you're going to go reach out to those organizations that are within your passion circle, that you're passionate for too. If it's a local business owner, which we'll talk about in a second, you're going to talk about business and customer loyalty and how to grow. You know, but that's a general question to ask everybody, all your existing customers. Wait, before you look at this slide, one of the things that I hear often from agents is that they have customers come back from a trip, and they first of all, the agent didn't know they were away on a trip. Oh, I'm just back. We went on a group trip. Well, what do you mean you went on a group trip? Oh yeah, we da 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 ba 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 da da. Well, what do you mean? Well, you traveled and I didn't book your group. I'm yours. I'm your travel agent. Oh, I didn't know you do groups. What do you mean you don't know? Of course I do groups. You never told me. Don't assume all of your customer base knows you do groups. You love groups. You're an expert. That's why you're going to start asking that question. That's why you're going to tell your own backyard first. And instead of, friends, look, instead of searching for group leaders, create group leaders. So this is a mindset thing. Create group leaders, and they may not want to be called a group leader because maybe they're a president organization, or they're the leader of the family, or they're the CEO of some kind of association or organization, okay, and they got enough on their plates. But you and I both know they're going to be the group leader because they have a vested interest. They have skin in the game. They don't care about traveling free. They want to see the group be a success. You're going to create group leaders rather than searching for them. Because if you go searching for group leaders, you're going to get the ones who are really savvy, who may ask for too much, know too much. They're what I call the professional group leaders. And you want to befriend local businesses. I started to mention this before. Request that 15-minute meeting, right? I've done this incredibly successful here in Memphis as I integrate into my new community here, and I've already gotten 3 local gigs just by making friends. Ask for it. Don't spill your big idea in the email. I got a great idea. We're going to do a group, and you're going to be the group leader, and you're going to travel free, blah, 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 blah. Because you're nothing more than just another salesperson. Get in the door. Say, I want to meet you. You own a business. I own a business. Let's talk. You've got that in common right there. Are you a group leader? When's the last time you led the group? Now, if you have a specific passion, a specific talent, a specific skill, maybe you can lead that group, and because you're the respected person in the area, or just do a president's trip. I'm doing a friends and family. Me, I love river cruising, so I've decided. My wife, we came back from our river cruise honeymoon, told our friends and family they loved it. They were like so envious, so we decided, okay, let's do it. You lead a group, friends and family, all your customers too. People like traveling with someone who's the expert too. Especially if it's something new. It could be a brand new, they've never done river cruise. We're doing it on Alma waterways, and most of the people going have never river cruised before, but they feel comfortable going because I'm going, and Kimberly's going, my wife's going. So you lead. That's how you jumpstart groups. You be the leader. Choose wiser. Now, I'm going to make you another offer. If you don't already have this PDF from me, it's called the Group Viability Test. Group Viability Test. You want to choose your groups wiser. Because we get so excited, the group leader jumps up, oh yeah, everybody's going, I'm going, we're all going, and then nobody goes. So you want to use my Group Viability Test to make sure, and there's 10 questions there, that you've got a strong affinity, you've got the right group leader, you've got the right reach, you've got everything. I'm not going to go, I don't have time to go through it, but choose wiser in 2017 so you don't get messed up in a nightmare of a group. Sometimes you got to say no and let somebody else take on the nightmare so you can do the good stuff. Now start packaging. I mentioned this before. No more bare bones, stripped down off the shelf. You want to package it, higher value. And what you want to do, friends, in 2017 to jumpstart, you're going to ask permission. You say, hey, because when you're meeting, don't just meet with one person. You want to meet with as many people in the organization as possible. Do I have your permission to package? They're going to go, what do you mean? We want the best price. That's all we care about. Well, you not only want the best price, but, I can give you a stripped down bare bones package, but you're going to come back unhappy because you're going to miss out on so much. When you get there, it's going to be sold out. When you get there, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda, didn't know. Why didn't my agent tell me? Well, because you wanted the best price. Now, I'm going to give you the best price, but it's going to be a package price that includes everything so that you don't miss all these things you really want to experience. I'm going to build it in and if you allow me that opportunity to package for you, it's going to be the highest value, most amazing, because number one, now listen, friends, it's going to reduce stress and risk. Number two, it's going to add value and convenience. And number three, it's going to transform your vacation experience, right? Reduce stress and risk, add value and convenience. And you give examples that by you building all these things in and doing one solid package, they're not going to miss a thing. They're going to come back, man, this was the best trip in the world. Start escorting. Too many travel professionals don't want to escort because they don't get paid for it. Or a client says, I'm not paying you to go. Well, there's ways to do that, friends. You need to escort because, especially if it's a complex group, so much can go wrong. You're going to lose sleep while they're away. You need to be there. And the whole idea is you package yourself in. You say, don't worry. You don't have to pay me to travel with you. It's all going to be taken care of. It's all part. But you need me there because you don't want the stress on your shoulders, your back, when all these things that could go wrong may go wrong. If I'm there, they won't because I stay a step ahead and behind the scenes to make sure so you can travel and have a great time. Let me do the work. Launch smarter. Now, we're kind of winding down now. We're at the 30-minute mark here. We're winding down now, but this is and I could go on for hours about how to jumpstart groups, but I hope so far I've given you good stuff. And this could be, well, they're all important, but launch smarter. So we have a great group, friends. You've done your group viability test, you've done packaging, you've done anything right, but then you rush to get the prices out and stuff. And I don't know if you can see my cursor here. So what you do is you launch it and you start selling it, and then you expect momentum to build after you put the prices out and the package out. You expect it to build, but what does everybody do? Everyone waits for the other person to jump. If you go, I'll go. Okay, if you go, I'll go. If you go, I'll go. And everybody waits until all of a sudden you got a problem and momentum goes down. What do? You got to do a promotion. You got to cut the price, and that's what people wait for now. So you're scrambling. The whole idea, my friends, it's called you want to launch with the highest momentum possible. You know when they open up the grand opening of a restaurant, grand opening of a store, grand opening of a movie, that next day is the single biggest day ever. And I would teach you in boot camp how to do this, but I'm telling you what to do, which is you want to build tremendous momentum first, right? Because then frankly, you want to have it sold out even before the momentum has a chance to die, because it will. But I promise you, with my group launch sequence, and even if you don't join boot camp for it, just think about this. build tremendous momentum. Hold that price point. Hold the details. Get everybody excited and anticipate. And don't take their money. Hold on to it. And bring them, because remember, you're going to be selling the package, right, which is the solution to their problems. It's all going to be done for them. And if you show them that price point, right, they're going to be like, oh, man, that's high. Really? Well, if you put this all together yourself, it'll be a lot higher. But they don't know that. You got to bring them along a path, what's called a group launch sequence. It's a sequence of events that brings you to that point. That brings you to that point. All right, let me do a quick wrap here, and I'm going to go look at all your questions. And so hang around if you can. The stuff that you're seeing here is at a boot camp, and there's a bazillion amount more in there. I do hope perhaps you'd want to join. Promotion right now is simple. I've been doing this on occasion throughout the year. It seems to be very, very exciting because I don't discount boot camp. You get an extra 2 months free. So it's a 1-year membership in boot camp, right? 12 plus 2 is 14-month membership. Boot camp is real simple. My choice was not to make it $2,000 or $3,000. My choice was to make it at a really, really attractive, I hope, affordable price point, because I'd rather have 5,000 agents in than 1,000 agents in, because I love you. I want you to succeed. And if you know me, you know I mean that from the heart. It's the truth. So you can either buy now and start now, or you can deposit now. It's $100 and start by January, because I don't want you to languish and start in next July. Get it done, man. Get it done. Or if you want, you can just deposit the $100 and, you know, again, like I said, lock in the deal. And if you have buyer's remorse in the morning, I'll give you $100 back. Satisfaction is guaranteed. So that's a deal. There's my contact information. I want to see what questions we have right now. And before I even look forward, I want to thank you. We got a tremendous turnout today, and it's the busiest time of the year, but you're here. All right, here we go. I'm going to rifle through it. Stick around if you can, because I'm going to take on your questions and answer them. And there's my cell phone if you want to. See, it's right here. If you want to text me, go ahead, watch it. Watch it. I don't mind. Give your cell phone number to your clients. They won't abuse it, but they're going to feel great that they have it. And you can put it in your pocket. Know that I'm available for you. Jenny says, ho, ho, Merry Christmas. Hello, Jenny. My friend Jenny's in the house. Lena's here. Lena uses client base. Nope, that's Amy. Amy uses client base. Remember, we were talking about you need infrastructure. You need to have a software program that you love, that you use every day. Lena says, always put me in a good mood and give me energy to get out there. Happy holidays. Thank you. That's very, very sweet. I appreciate your words very much. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Belvin says he uses client base because they're mobile. There you go. Belvin also uses JotForm. Cool. Remember I mentioned JotForm before? It's just the program that I use to capture information, and I did it for my. So if you want to see a sample of what I created in JotForm, I'll email it to you, but you got to send me your email address. Okay. Ramona uses client base also. Alina says that she has client ease but has not had time to learn it yet. And by the way, in boot camp, I don't endorse particular products, but I broke my own rule because so many travel professionals either didn't use the software they had or don't have any. I made a deal with a very good friend of mine, Darla. She built client ease, and so there's a deal. There you go. Cheryl, do you have a sample commitment letter we can use as a template? I do. It's part of boot camp. How many more things can I give you free? I don't know. Send me an email, Cheryl. Send me an email. Thanks for asking. Thanks for being here. Patrick Schlock. I know. Schlock is I don't know if Schlock is a Yiddish word. I said Schlock before. Maisie is here. All right, Maisie, I'm glad you're here. Indeed. Hello, Terliski's here, also a brand new boot camp. I'm so glad you're here, Terliski. I hope you enjoyed today's program. Maisie said, every person you meet is a group. Indeed, everyone, right, listen, everybody you meet is part of some kind of group. Everybody, and especially the people they know are part of some kind of group. It's amazing when you ask simple questions. Rather than just tell, ask, engage, have what I call conversation starters. Ramona says, is group viability test in boot camp? 100%. Yes, ma'am. Ramona, the group viability test is in week 1. It's a PDF download. Take it, own it. If it's not on a computer yet, you want to use it before you go to step 2, man. You want to make sure it passes my test, because if it does, you're in great shape. If not, it's going to be a nightmare. Let's see. Monique says, I thought but not sure if the commitment letter is in boot camp. The commitment letter is now in boot camp. I think I put it in the experts library because that's relatively new. It is in boot camp now. Debbie says, listen, everybody, and I appreciate everybody sharing. This is so cool. A colleague and I belong to a Facebook group for a passion we have. We want to approach the Facebook group administrators about a group cruise. The only contact we have for them is through Facebook Messenger. Any suggestions for approaching them to request an online meeting? They currently use affiliate links in the group to make money and don't allow any other selling in the group. But we just need to get them to that point. FYI, there are about 100,000 unique users in the 3 groups they administer. So let me just rephrase this. Great question, Debbie. So basically, in your passion, your love circle, what you love to do, and it's not necessarily travel here. It could be photography, whatever it is. You're part of a Facebook group, and they have a lot of followers. So you want to be able to reach them. Yeah, I would definitely want to see if you can potentially reach the people who are running the show there, whether they have a website, whoever is managing this, and you want to have a conversation. You just want to meet. You don't want to say you have a great idea, because a lot of people have great ideas, and then you just solicit it, right? Just say you just, can we spend 10, and because they probably aren't local, Debbie, I would probably say, hey, could we have a phone call, 5-minute phone call? I want to meet you, tell you how much I love what you got going on here. And during that conversation, you're going to ask more questions. You're going to learn about what they do. And don't spill the beans with your big idea, but make sure that they have a problem. Because if they don't have a problem, group travel can't be the solution. Right? So somehow you got to have that conversation. Now you can try the messenger thing. I've tried that on the big websites or for the big wigs, and most of the time they blow me off. They don't answer me. And if I realize, hey, if you don't want to be contacted, I move on, You got to see who's running the show there. And if you can't just start a group and just promote it because they're not going to like it because you're selling something, then you got to be, there's another way around it, Maybe are you allowed to start your own subgroup? Could you start a subgroup if it's sort of a more specific focus beyond that focus? Are you allowed to start a subgroup and start a conversation, sort of start your own list, run your own group within that group? I wonder. That's a great question. I'm going to continue giving that thought, Debbie. Maisie, do you have a generic group contract? Yep, the generic group contract is in boot camp. It's a group agreement letter, indeed. Gail, this is one of the best webinars I've had in a long time. Everything you say makes sense. I'm glad, Gail. Thank you. That's very, very sweet. Robin, my friend Robin, so cool. Robin, I want to get you on the Ask Stewart Hour. We're going to talk about Africa, African safaris, all right, with Robin. South Africa safaris. I promise you, I want you in boot camp because I got to believe there's a segment of folks out there, travel professionals who love safaris, who have never either done it themselves or have done it, and they want to do it with friends and family or with a particular group. So I'm glad you're here, Robin, and I will be in touch. Thanks for your support. Belvin said client D is not client base for me. Okay, so Belvin uses client D's. Hey, Dan. Good stuff. Happy holidays. Dan, I'm glad you're here. Another boot camper. Patrick, closing a group of 45 rooms today. Took a break to tune in. That's important. You bet, man. Patrick, I'm glad you're here. Take a break. Sharpen your axe. Go back to work. Remember I said I'm going to do 1 to 3 things for you, or maybe all 3. Validate stuff you're already doing. Remind you of stuff you may have forgotten. And number 3, teach you all new stuff in my boot camp. How many people here who are on today who are not in boot camp are thinking of joining? Because I don't think I'm ever doing a 2-month free promotion again. Next year, price is going up. It's going to be 1 month free. So I hope at the very least you'll just do the deposit to lock it in. Either start now, start in January, and make it easy. My friend Nancy's in the house. Thanks, Stuart. Entertaining, inspirational. I'm all signed up with Client Ease and have 2 helpers, one entering client data, the other as the number. The organizational person, she's not, so she has some help with it. That's cool, Nancy. She's excited for 17 and how organized she's going to be. So Nancy is rocking and rolling with software. Software, friends. They realized that was like number 1. Actually, number 1 was get in or get out. Number 2 was infrastructure. The tool, the most important tool, is to have that software to support you. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Nancy. Good luck with Client Ease. Treliski, Got some great ideas and moving forward on escorting groups. Awesome. Let's see here. I'm rifling through. Stick with me, friends. Gail, what if your passion is not the same as the travel agencies and you're being chastised for having it? It's, that's interesting. That's a very personal situation. And perhaps if you're with an agency, and I'm not looking to endorse or disendorse any host or whatnot, but, it's like if you're working for a company, you don't believe, you don't aspire to that same direction, you're a little bit out of sync, and you really can't pursue your own passion and therefore deliver big for the company, maybe it's time to make a move, man. Be bold, make a move, shake things up, make a change. I did that a lot of times in my career, too many times that I'm proud of. But maybe that's what we need to do here, is get out, shake things up, and join another. And because it could be, I don't want to instigate change here, but sometimes we have to be the instigator of change so that we can pursue our passions, because we're never going to be fully happy if we're not. Shanta, hey, it's good to have you here. Welcome. Thanks, Stuart. Great points and reminders to be active, to get in and get out. You bet. Thanks for being here, Shanta. Jenny says the Info Boot Camp has tremendous value. Thank you very much. Obviously, Jenny's in boot camp, and I'm grateful, and I appreciate the validation. And look, I just got a text from one of you guys. Thanks for a very good presentation. You got it. Now, I don't know who texted me. Area code 502. Who texted me so I could say thank you to you? Sonny's here. Please explain what happens with the $100 deposit when we do pay the rest. But basically, if you go to that website there, stuartloydcohen.com/bootcamp, there's an option to deposit. I'll hold on to that $100 for as long as you want. I'd like you to start before February kicks around next year, or else you're going to forget, lose interest, get busy. So basically what will happen is you have a choice. When you're ready to start, Sonny, listen everybody, when you're ready to start, I'll give you a choice. You can either pay the balance in full, $500, and then your 1 year access plus the 2 months free begins when on your start date, but you pay the $500 in full and you're done. So that's 500 and 106. Or because I like to accommodate as best I can and make me easy to do business with, you can choose to pay it out monthly at $100 a month. So you've already paid $100 for the deposit. Then for the next 5 months, based on your start date, you pay $100 a month for 5 months, and there's your $600, and you're good. You're golden. All right. Hold on. I gotta get rid of that nonsense over there. Sonny, I hope that helps. Let's connect. Gail says thanks. That helps. You bet. Clavey's in the house. Hey, Clave says I'm the bomb. Thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. You're the bomb because you're here. So cool. Great to have you here. Nancy says, should I have my own generic terms and conditions or adjust per group? Well, I think terms and conditions, that's a big thing. I think you definitely need to have a basic terms and conditions going forward, which a lot of times you have to sort of replicate, duplicate what the suppliers have, so you protect yourself too. And I also think it's going to, so basically I would answer that two ways, yes and yes. You need to have your own general terms and conditions, and you need to adopt it from the particular suppliers you're using for that particular group, so that you don't get caught holding the bag if they break a rule, break a term, break a condition. And plus you may have some of your own as an agency. So I hope that helps. But I do think that's important, and once you get it done, that's your foundation, that's your template you can use forever. And Nancy's client, East Helper, is asked. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope that helps. All right, that was the last question. Now, I'm going to give a 2-minute countdown, because in case a great question comes and you miss it, I want you to be here. And I will tell you when we're going to end, okay? Because remember, I don't do the 1-hour deal. I give my presentation, we get in, we get out, respect your time. I do hope, if you've not in boot camp, that this has encouraged you to do it. Boot camp, there's no live webinars. It's all in recorded bite-sized modules. You watch it, you move through at your own pace, and you do get business coaching from me. How? No, it's not one-on-one. I would not have enough hours in the day and the year to do that. But boot camp offers what's called the Ask Stuart Hour, which is similar to what we're doing right now. There's one slide that stays up, and then I just answer questions, and I help my friends in boot camp with specific issues. So you can get micro with me. And what's great is it's also best practice sharing. So you get my 2 cents, but you also get 2 cents everybody else on the call. It's amazing best practice sharing. So that's worth the price of admission alone. There's other coaching circles and so forth that you pay a monthly fee for, and that's what you get, which is awesome. But now you get boot camp, all the tips, templates, and what do you call it? Tips, tools, and templates. That's it. Tips, tools, and templates that you can use and own and keep forever, but you also have access to me and all the other boot campers because we also have a private Facebook community. So Maisie said, so we pay in full. So if we pay in full, can we start in January? Absolutely. Yeah, so it's your choice, Maisie. You can pay in full now, and you can start right now, or you can start January, or you can just deposit. So it's entirely your call, but I understand for a lot of you, it would be really tough to start now because you may be taking vacation time. You want to start Jan 1, make that big commitment. So whatever it is, just let me know. I'll work with you. I love you. I want to work it out so it works for you, so you've made a great decision, you feel great, and you've made a commitment to seriously jumpstart your 2017 groups. Lucille said, do you have any samples or templates that I could use? If so, please send. Lucille, I do. I made a bunch of offers during this, like the group viability test, like the commitment letter. Lucille, what I need you to do is send an email to me, please. I got a lot of people on right now. I am not going to remember, and I don't know your email address. So if you'd be a sweetheart, Lucille, if you would please send an email to me, Stuart at Stuart Lloyd Cohen. Tell me if you want one in particular, or if you just want me to send the couple that I mentioned. I will do so. I love sharing. I love being generous. I love giving out stuff free, whether or not you join boot camp or not. I want to help. Scott said, today only. Can we deposit? Nope. Tell you what, let's do it. I like to do a limited time, but today or tomorrow is fine. So if you guys want to make that purchase or deposit today or tomorrow, so you got like 48-hour window. Like I said, I don't think I'm ever doing the bonus 2 months. I'll probably do a bonus 1 month promotion next year on occasion, maybe quarterly. But so I hope you do choose to get in, and plus you lock in the rate. Robin said, Robin, thanks so much. Really needed this. My pleasure, Robin. Really glad you're here. I needed this too. It was fun. And we're going to give the 20-second countdown right now. The 20-second countdown to see here. Oh, it was Robin who sent me the text. Super cool. Thank you. I always like to know, you know. All right, this is a 15-second countdown, and while we're doing the countdown to make sure there's no other questions or issues or opportunities coming through here, I want to give a big thank you, express my gratitude for you for being here, whether you're watching this live right now or watching the replay. Reach out. Let's connect. My business Facebook page is Stuart Cohen Show. My personal Facebook is Stuart Lloyd Cohen. I don't care how we connect. Let's just connect. Let's be friends. If this doesn't put you over the top to get into boot camp, I don't know what could. You tell me what more you need from me. If you have any questions, let's have a conversation. But rock and roll, man. Go jumpstart and have the best group year you've ever had in history in 17. A lot of good stuff you can do, and I'm glad you tuned in. Thanks, everybody. Happy sales, happy holidays, safe, joyous, wondrous, and sumptuous.